Okay, today's session in case you missed it, is something that people truly miss, which is, of course, the Sacrament of Reconciliation, sometimes called penance. Oftentimes people talk about going to confession. Certainly is a remedy for the anxiety and fear, the trouble we feel inside when we know we've done something wrong and we want to be reconciled with God and with our neighbor. Big problem in this COVID-19 crisis is, of course, all churches are closed and confession times are done away with. Of course, this was mandated by the people in our dioceses as well as our health officials with the government. Pope Francis reminded us in a homily on March 20th, 2020, that we are encouraged to provide in some way individual reconciliation, especially through the Church's teaching on perfect contrition, that we can receive forgiveness of sins if we make a perfect act of contrition. Such contrition rises out of the person who's a penitent, the sinner's expression of love of God above all else, and the sincere desire for forgiveness and the firm resolution to receive the Sacrament of Reconciliation as soon as possibly available. Perfect contrition obtains the forgiveness of sins, both venial and mortal, according to the Catechism of the Catholic Church. So practically there are two things that we as Catholics can do to receive such forgiveness through a perfect act of contrition. First, we have to pray the act of contrition out of the love of God. Being sorry out of the love of God is often described as having a desire to be united with God because of who we are and because of who He is. Because of God's perfect love for us and because of our sorrow for having offended God by our sin, it means wanting to live in unity with God and to put aside the sins that have plagued us in our life. There are no set formulas for making an act of contrition, but a common one that we are familiar with is said in this way: "My God, I am sorry for my sins with all my heart, in choosing to do wrong and failing to do good. I have sinned against you, whom I should love above all things, and I firmly intend, with your help, to do penance, to sin no more, and to avoid whatever leads me to sin." So priests may offer the Sacrament of Reconciliation only in danger of death or in extraordinary circumstances. Please observe social distancing while at the same time ensuring privacy for the confession of sins. And there can be no confessions by telephone, over the internet, or by drive-up confession. Sorry about that. And priests are encouraged to remind all the faithful of their duty to confess their sins at least once a year. The time or season is not said, but the old sense of an Easter duty is only to receive communion during the Easter season, and many people have taken advantage of that to make a confession during the Easter season as well. Today, in just a few minutes, Pope Francis will give a Ubi et Orbi talk from Rome, and he has said those who listen to this Ubi et Orbi talk, his speech, will receive a plenary indulgence. So California time, it's at 10 a.m., and I hope that you take advantage of that. Thank you very much and have a great day.